No, let's start from the bottom.
Let's start from the bottom.
Started from
For
the
me,
bottom.
I
Now
had
we're
the
here.
Portland Trailblazers being the worst team.
Mhm.
So I had the Blazers, and then I had Spurs at 14. For me, it's either Blazers or Spurs at the bottom, though.
What did you have as your bottom team?
Portland.
I had Portland.
So it's split 2
What
and
did you
2.
have?
I had the Spurs. Oh, I had the Spurs as the 15th and
So
Blazers
it's not
14th.
split.
Yeah, it's 3-1.
But are we feeling good with them 13, or is there another team like Utah? Do y'all look at Utah?
I think Utah would be better than them.
Okay,
I have Utah at 13.
I had Utah 13 too.
Yeah.
I had Utah at 13. I had Rockets at 12.
Okay,
Is what roster I like better. It's the Rockets.
Go to the top?
That's the easiest part of
Yes.
this list we finna do.
no, no.
You can switch it up.
AB, who was y'all number one team? This is gonna be very interesting.
I had the Phoenix Suns.
I had the Phoenix Suns.
I had the Denver Nuggets.
I knew somebody was gonna have the Denver Nuggets.
I went with Denver too.
I'm not mad at it. I had
I'm
Denver
not
number
mad-
2.
Me, I had Denver number 2. If the Suns are 1, the Nuggets would have been my 2. If the Nuggets are 1, the Suns are my 2.
Yeah.
Do y'all have the Suns 4th or some shit?
No.
I have no. I don't have them 4th. I have the Lakers 2nd.
I have.
Right. I'm
I have
sorry.
Lakers at 3.
I have the Lakers at 3.
I had Lakers at 3 as well.
Long
I'm
time.
on Lakers
Long
Island. I
time.
want Lakers at 2.
Defense is going.
4.
This is where I have the Sacramento Kings.
Oh shit!
I feel like I'm gonna regret this, but I had the Clippers here.
I had the Clippers too.
I feel like I'm gonna regret it, but I had the Clippers. They still make it work though.
I had the Clippers.
They still
They
make-
do.
they still make it work.
I had the Clippers, man. I'm buying into them.
I
Now
had
this
the
year,
Warriors here. That was my guy.
I
They're
have the
not.
Warriors at 5.
I have
I
the
have
Warriors
the
at
Warriors
5.
at 5. I have the Clippers at 7.
Oh hell no!
Where do you have them? You have them around there
At
too.
7.
Oh, wow.
Y'all was in a car like this.
Bro, the difference between 7 and 6 can be half of a game.
I don't have the Kings nowhere near 4.
I don't have them nowhere near 4 2. They're a couple spots down.
KB, where do you have the Kings?
I have the 8th spot.
I have the Kings at 7.
But you know what? When I was looking at, especially looking because
I don't have them right now, but they were in one of the play-in roles. That part I don't have in stone.
4 is insane. You had
No, it's not. They were 3.
No, last year they were.
And listen though,
not
I'm looking
going
at
off
the
of last
looking
year
at the
for-
records.
My vote has been the Clippers. My vote has not changed from the Clippers.
My vote has still been the Warriors, but we have them at 5 now. So
The consensus said we have them at 5.
Yeah.
So we now have to do our job and find a 4.
okay, based on that, if my number 4, wait, what the hell? If my number 4 is in 5 now, then I have to change my 4 then. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm not conforming to the Clippers. The Grizzlies are a team that has to fail me for me to stop believing in them. And I understand Ja Morant is missing 25 games. So that would be my replacement pick.
Who y'all have at
This
6?
is where I had the Grizzlies.
This is where I have the Timberwolves.
I have the Timberwolves at 6.
I think I have the Grizzlies, so we might be split. I have the Grizzlies at 6.
Because I wanted the Wolves to be good. I wanted the Pelicans to be in here too. But
I
it's
had
like
the Pelicans here
somebody has to
originally,
fall, man.
And then I said, you know what, y'all motherfuckers.
I don't have the Pelicans in my head.
At all?
They 11.
Ah, Mikey.
You know what?
I got the Pels at 11
What?
too.
Can't get. I mean, 3-1, obviously. So that's where they are. But I can't get behind it, man. Oh man.
So who did you have as your 11?
I didn't have. I said my play-in. I did not write it. Everything was penciled.
So who would you have?
I believe in the Pelicans more than I believe in OKC. I believe in them more than I believe in Dallas.
Dallas is the team I kept going back and forth. with.
Dallas, I don't know.
Let Luka sprain an ankle. It's over.
I said the same thing.
Other
Dallas
stuff,
is a
it's
team
over.
that I legit have at 10 because I just don't know how to feel. But I feel like Luka and Kyrie is enough.
I have the Timberwolves at 10, and then the Mavericks at 9.
I have Memphis at 10 and OKC at 9.
Damn.
You said Memphis at 10?
Memphis is too well
Wait,
coached.
let's go back to the original. It was 6. We had Memphis at 6, and y'all had who at 6?
I had the Timberwolves at 6.
I have Timberwolves at 6.
Okay, let's chat about that because that is the spot we're split at the moment.
At 7, this is where I had the Kings.
This is where I had the Clippers, but
Same.
7 is where I had OKC.
Damn, big jump. So that's your jump team.
I had OKC at 8. Kings at 7,
I got the
OKC
Mavs
at 8.
at 8.
Yeah, throw the Kings at 7.
Then probably Minnesota at 8.
I have
For me.
Minnesota at 10.
But I also had Dallas at 8. So I'm not opposed to putting Dallas.
I had Dallas at 10.
I had Dallas at 9.
I had.
But I'm also
probably
saying
would've
that because
Dallas
I had
out.
Minnesota higher. So
But yeah, it's
Do
tough.
y'all feel? I don't feel good. But looking at this, I'm not excited about this.
what
man.
about this list is making you
Is it the Pels?
The
Was it
Pelicans?
If the
being
Pels
out,
have
man.
the
I know you're a
same
big Kings
season,
guy.
if the Pels have
Nah,
the
I'm
same
alright with the
season,
Kings.
they gotta add, they gotta figure something out.
My only thing is if it ain't the Pelicans, who it is?
I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit too early for OKC.
The injury thing for Dallas could be a real thing.
Dallas have a sprained ankle.
Well, we
boom.
could have said that the last how many years?
y'all want to start from 15 and work up, or 1 and work
15.
down? Okay. So who do y'all believe is gonna have the worst record in the Eastern Conference? Oh,
I had the Charlotte Hornets.
I had the Charlotte Hornets.
all right. That seems as
What did you have?
easy as I didn't actually come prepared. If I'm being honest with you, I was more trying to set this up from I forget how this even works.
Ain't this your site?
Where does that lie? The Washington one.
Washington was right there next to it.
Okay.
Yeah, Washington.
I have Washington at 14, but
Yeah,
I believe more in Kuzma, Poole.
13. This is where I have the Detroit Pistons.
That's why I have the Detroit Pistons.
I know they.
Man,
I know
it's
roster
crazy.
wise they have a lot of talent.
12.
This is where I have the Toronto Raptors.
Interesting.
When you look at the whole.
I also had him. I had the Raptors at this 12 spot.
Wow.
I did not have them at 12.
This could be the season where they kind of just like they fold their cards and they're like, you know what, let's trade these pieces away. So
Obviously, if they did that, I would be in agreement with y'all. But because they still have their team intact, they went out and signed a guy like Dennis Schroeder. Gives me the belief that they're going to attempt to give this one last go at least. I had the Orlando Magic here, and I had the Orlando Magic here for a lot of the same reasons I had the Pistons. I think a lot of people are so excited to see teams jump, and you want to see that from Paolo. You want to see things from Franz. But there's also this other reality where they do play better, but they don't take crazy significant. We see that. Like Paolo had a very damn near historic rookie year. The Magic are still extremely young. The Magic are gonna have to close out games and win games, and I have more faith in a team like the Raptors than I do the Magic as of today.
It feels like every year there's one team that takes a significant jump. I like so I've not flipped the coin, but I came down to two teams: Indiana Pacers, Orlando Magic.
Same.
I'm thinking about the momentum, right? And the Pacers don't have this luxury because, again, Tyrese got injured, and they bought into trying to get higher draft capital. We saw the first half, they were the 5 seed.
Yeah.
No project. We saw.
By the last 2 months of the season, they were a top 5 defense. I feel like that defense is going to, maybe not top 5. I don't think they're going to finish top 5 all season, but they're going to be a plus defensive team. And if I don't expect Jalen Suggs, Markelle, Franz, and Paolo all to take jumps. That's irresponsible to even think that that's a possibility. But if you can hang your hat on one of the 4 or 2 of the 4 hitting that next level, and the next level, of course, is different across the players, then I feel confident in them. So if I can think that and also think the Pacers, that means I'm going to take 2 teams to fall instead of just one. My team is the Chicago Bulls.
I'm not mad at
Still
it.
for me.
Yeah, they feel
The
they're
Bulls
not
fell for me, but they didn't fall 12. Tell me, what are we at? 13th or 12?
12.
Yeah, the Bulls are at 11.
I have them at 11 too.
have
So
the
I don't think
Magic-
that's
I have
far
the
off.
Magic at 11.
Siakam, if we're comparing as of today, is a better player than Paolo Banchero.
Yeah.
I'm trusting more of him than I. Now, if you ask me the longevity, Paolo Banchero is going to smash
Right.
pass out. Paolo Banchero is going to be a top 10 player in this league.
That's a big reason why they got off to that slow start. So them having him.
Not to cut you
Hold
off, he brought up something, and I was going to say I take into consideration too. The Magic always have a motherfucker hurt. Truman Okiki, 27 games.
Because I
He
had the
not
Bulls
really
at
in
10. But I'm not.
He's not in the court.
I had the Bulls at number 10, but I'm not opposed to putting them at 11.
You know who the Bulls should be.
That's my thing of why I don't want to just put we arguing about them, so let's just drop the Bulls. I
But
had
look,
the
this-
Bulls at 11, and I felt like, am I being too low? Because it's
Right.
like it's the Bulls.
This is what I do.
Zach LaVine,
They
DeMar
do have
DeRozan.
They do have a range of where they could land.
End up as the 11 seed, you're gonna be out of $200 because we made our bet.
Wait, what was that bet again?
They're not gonna be in the play-in. Well,
you
they
said-
have to be lower than the 10th seed.
So, so I got top 10 seeds. You got 11 through.
Yeah,
Mike, they're going to make the play-in.
you gonna see. Somebody talk to me about.
Make it 300. Fuck it. Since you so confident.
Sure,
All right.
it's just money.
Make it. Never mind. You said it's just money. I was about to go crazy. If it's just money to you, I ain't going that way.
I like this.
I like
this
the
how
Bucks.
some of my
The
shit
Milwaukee Bucks.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
You got the Boston
I-
Celtics?
I had the Boston
I
Celtics,
feel
but I sat there and I said I think it can be the Bucks. So I'm fine with that.
Okay, Bucks.
I'm
Yes.
fine with the Bucks being one. Celtics
And
two.
the
then.
Celtics too.
This is where things get dicey at.
Yeah.
We all 3 seeds.
I got the Cavaliers.
I have the Cavaliers.
I have the New York Knicks.
Ooh.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I have them right below them, and I was thinking about it, but I was like,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, I think they're going to stay around where they were last year, around that 4 or 5 range.
I feel the same way about the Cavs.
Mhm.
I fought over the 3 spot between the Knicks and the Sixers.
Well, what did you have?
I had the Sixers at 4, but I literally had them at 5. So
Okay, so
not a big
Sixers
drop.
5 then.
Wait, because Mike's saying he might have the Sixers at 9.
I got him at 6.
Oh, so who's your 5?
I have the Nets at 5.
The
Right?
Nets. The Nets.
But listen.
He buying
Can
into
you
that
can you look
turnaround.
can you look at the little mark by it?
Yes.
Do you know what that mark stands for?
No, I do not.
It means roughly.
Oh, okay.
So I feel
What
like
is the
these are
mark
just,
what mark represents roughly?
it was a little.
it's a little squiggly line.
Oh,
The thing that goes over in mañana.
okay.
But I feel like something gonna happen with this James Harden
I
stuff.
had
I don't know.
76 as
Something
my
gonna happen
four.
with this James
I had
Harden
him
stuff.
at 4 too, just because I think Tyrese Maxey is going to be really good this year.
Listen, Nets fans, clip it. Send it to me at the end of the season. I don't think the Nets are gonna be good.
Oh, you tripping.
I just
smoke a
I don't think they're gonna be good.
I think they're gonna be
They
unironically
were
good.
What's good to you then? So you think they're going to be the 13th team? 12th
no,
team?
because I think they could be a playing team.
Okay.
But him saying that they're gonna be potentially 5-ish feels
Well,
wild.
I don't have them at 5 either. You don't have a list.
I don't
You
have a
your
list. But
I have the
doing
Nets.
this, they would probably be like a 9.
I have them
No.
at 9.
Okay.
That's good to me.
I have the Nets at 6. I have them as a 6.
I don't. When I look at the team, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just projecting Atlanta Hawks, whatever.
I got Hawks
I think
at
the
6.
Hawks have a better ceiling
Yeah, I got
than
Hawks
the
at
Nets.
6.
Oh, I have the Hawks at 9.
The wow.
So y'all got them flipped then.
I got to flip. And I'm not saying you're wrong because they haven't done shit. So But what the Nets did last season, they were gifted a good record. After that, they were bad. Now they had to put it together on the fly, right? They traded big pieces. I understand all that. Ben Simmons may be better. I understand all of that. But I look at their competition and I'm like, this team just looks better. This team has a higher ceiling.
The reason why I think that they could be a really good regular season team is just because defensively they have the versatility. I think they could be a team that's at the top of the league in forcing turnovers just because they got those long active defenders in the passing lanes.
Talk your
So I
shit.
think that they could be a team that could really be pushing the break and getting easy buckets. I think they could be a team that's very annoying to go against just because that long, lengthy.
Okay, what about their
passing
offense?
stuff.
Because
The offense could be pushing
their
the tempo
offense
and
is gonna
moving
be.
it fast.
I feel like they're gonna have like a middle of the pack offense,
What's their
but their
starting
defense
lineup?
is gonna be
middle of
good.
pack,
But I think their
have
defense is
poor
gonna be
offense,
good.
But I think when you talk about transition, I think they're going to be one of the best.
I got Nets at 9. I'm locked in. I'm locked in with Nets at 9. I can't have them.
I feel
no
more
higher.
confident with them at 9 than them at 5 or 6. Man.
Yeah.
You mentioned that they should be able to get out.
So y'all
and
have
I
them
agree
better
with
than the
that.
Pacers and the Hawks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I just don't think their half-court offense is going to be good enough. And majority of basketball is half-court offense at the end of the day. I don't know.
Where do y'all have the Pacers?
I have the Pacers at the 8th seed.
I have them 7th.
I have them
They're the-
7th as well.
They're the
We
team
put
I
them
have
in at
jumping
7.
up.
Who did you have at 7?
Miami Heat.
Oh hell no.
Wait, what are we doing? 'Cause that was just a lot just happened right there.
We
I don't
can
know.
jump all around.
All right, let's go back to 5.
Okay.
This is where I had the Miami Heat.
This is where I had the Pacers.
I had the Pacers right here.
Okay. Pacers at 7.
All right. Pacers at 7.
Pacers I feel like they finna be a top 5 offense.
Brooklyn 9, and back to the original argument of Orlando
Orlando.
versus Toronto.
The 10th,
Who's in the play-in?
who's
Who's
in the
not?
play-in and who's not?
Who's in the play-in?
At
Who's
10.
not?
Oh yeah, this is why I had Toronto.
That's where I had Orlando. I had Orlando making them play in at 10.
So the first one is most likely to break out. Now, I put all of these in the group chat and made it ambiguous. I wanted it to be like up for interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
So what breakout means to you could be different than what breakout means to me. But how did y'all tackle most likely to break out?
Who you got?
Yeah, I thought you about to throw somebody out.
For me, I think the Orlando Magic could be a team that could potentially break out.
That's
I have
far
the
off.
Magic at 11. They're talented. Paulo's in his second year. I think we're going to see a big jump from him. I think Franz is going to have a really good year.
They're already kind of like good, but they're going to get to that all-star level. And I put Tyrese Maxey for that one. Obviously, with James Harden, we don't know what's going to happen right there, but I can imagine regardless, his touches and just like his playmaking opportunity is probably going to go back up.
It's unfortunate. I agree. Like Tyrese Maxey was one of my 2 guys that I put to, and that's with or without James Harden. Like I didn't tackle this thinking, oh, James Harden won't be on the team because obviously we know he reported, and the way Tobias Harris was talking, and some people talking. But regardless, I'm not a big what's that guy named Drew Hanlon fan. But would he say that Tyrese Maxey averaged 25 points, anything less is a disappointment? I feel that. I wouldn't say fan, but I've been high on Tyrese Maxey over the last couple seasons, and he had the 20-point per game jump. And I'm expecting, when I say breakout, I don't mean he about to average 30 of them things, but like potentially be in an all-star game this season.
Most likely to break out. I had a few names on here. Trey Murphy III.
Like it.
Trey Murphy III with the Pelicans. Anthony Simons. I really believe that a lot of people don't know how good Anthony Simons is.
I feel like actually the same way. One of the guys I can just save for the later, but another guy I also had was Alfred Sengun. Just with a more like full, like a complete team around him, I feel like naturally mostly his stats are just going to go up.
I think when you talk a breakout, I put him down first, but then I veered away from him because I think he's one that's just like obvious ain't even the word. Like if he don't, then we all going to be a little disappointed as a basketball community because everything lines.
Is most likely to regress. I think we're all people that enjoy the game and don't really want to think about this, but it's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to name this dude because I like this guy's play.
I feel like we got the same person.
Bojan Bogdanovic?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope you didn't have him. So he's about to be 35 years old this season. And over the last couple seasons, he's been so efficient shooting the ball. And though that might be the one thing that doesn't go away as you get older, I would assume that eventually he's not going to be as good as he has been.
Will he have 21 points per game? No. Maybe not, but I still think he's going to be an impactful player for them
for sure.
Because he's going to do things that they need and they're going to rely on defending and catch and shoot for Cade and different things. So I can see him still having 17 and 18 on a nightly basis. But is that how y'all are viewing it?
I don't think at his regression I'm talking about like him maintaining a 20. His regression is more about his shooting splits and him being a less efficient player. I think he'll still be a very impactful player, still be a player that can help them win some basketball games. But again, he was like 39% from three last season, and he's consistently been around a 40% 3-point shooter. Maybe league average more than below league average.
I want a guy that could definitely shoot the ball too. I went with CJ, and it was in a different type of way too, just because I feel like it's just with the Pelicans, he could be expendable, could lose a step or two.
That's not a bad pick because you're small guard, not an all-star guard either.
It was hard to do this, but DeMar DeRozan.
My heart.
For me, as you get older, just taking those type of shots that he take, it just becomes harder and harder. And last year we already saw like a slight regression. He went from 27 to 24 PPG. So I could definitely probably see this year maybe go down a little bit. It's just hard to when you have that type of an offensive bag. As you get older, it's just you got to do something different. So he hasn't really shown us that there is anything different with his game.
So that question, the question Pierre posed, I think matters here. Because just dropping overall point per game could be a virtue of a lot of different things, right? X player on your team got better, which means that he warrants more touches and so on and so forth. I don't remember what DeMar DeRozan efficiency numbers were. I know what you're saying, though. I think he was worse this year versus first year because first year he was the clutchest player in the league and so on and so forth. I also don't know if he was, I don't know, just the optically 27 to 24 worse.
Got regression. The guys that I had. My guy.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul.
Oh yeah,
and this is an easy one, and it's
Hey,
he
crossed my
Can
mind.
I keep
But
it 100 with you, P?
What?
I expected a better one.
I got a better. I got a better one. I just wanted KB to know we weren't finna go through this.
Hey, that was one of the first people that crossed my mind.
Besides him though, because he's so obvious. Jeremy Grant. I think Jeremy Grant. They're obviously in a different shift of their culture. They're going to prioritize a lot of different things, and I think he falls into the odd man out. But due to the team, and again, this is where the definition of how you perceive regress comes into play. Keldon Johnson. It's hard for me to figure out where Keldon Johnson lands in the Spurs thing.
This is just a straight-on prediction. There's no method to this. Who's going to be the first person to drop 50 this year?
Number one for me was Joel Embiid, and also a dark horse was Anthony Davis.
I went not a dark horse because this guy has had 50-point games before, but I knew Luka was going to get mentioned.
Don't say my guy, KB.
Is it a guard?
Say the name.
Trae Young.
Let's go, KB. Stop playing with Trae. He finna come out and get y'all 50 in the first week for disrespecting him all summer.
Yeah, I went with another dude that could shoot.
Donovan Mitchell.
I thought about Donovan Mitchell, but then I looked at his schedule and I was like, damn.
What team is most likely to be the best defense this season?
We probably all have the same answer.
I had Memphis.
Ooh.
If they play the Chicago Bulls, what's the matchup?
Marcus Smart and DeRozan, Bane on the Levine probably.
This wing.
Who's guarding Kobe White then?
Oh, come on. Is Kobe?
So far, based on all the reports from training camp, he is the leader for the starting point guard job right now.
Oh, wow.
I got the Celtics' best defense.
Yeah.
No flaw. Yeah. Porzingis can rim protect. The wings with Tatum and Brown, Derek White, and Drew Holiday. Oh, man.
I feel like I had
They
the
were
Celtics.
3 last year, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had the Cavs, who were towards the top.
Yes.
Or they might have been number 1 last season.
Yes.
I had Celtics.
Is that the recipe?
We all had Celtics up there.
Yeah. Is
had
that
to
a
be.
recipe?
What about the offensive side of the ball? Who's most likely to get the number 1 offense in ball?
The Phoenix Suns to me was number 1.
I took a risk. I took a different route. The Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can see that.
I went Nikola. I said Nikola. I went with
Go ahead, because that's who it is.
I went with Denver Nuggets.
Okay.
Just because Nikola Jokic is still the hardest dude you probably got a plan for.
Now give me the Golden State Warriors. They're always top 3.
Player most likely to be traded.
I had another one. This is very generic, but I had somebody on the Pelicans because it just feels like literally. I feel like they're
making a trade.
They're gonna make a trade this season. Just because the Orlando Magic have so many guards that when I was on the 6 Man show, they were asking like, "Who's the odd man now?" And I don't know the answer to it. Maybe it's Cole Anthony. There was a little bit of smoke around Cole Anthony like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Keldon Johnson, Terry Rozier, Gary Trent.
Terry Rozier, I like it. I like Terry Rozier as a candidate. I like
Team
that.
most likely to get way over Vegas win totals.
I had the Houston Rockets. If they have a really good season, I think they could beat 31.5. I also had the Pacers. They were at 38.5.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking like they could be a 40 win plus team.
Right in the seedings.
For real.
Another team was the Clippers. They were at 45.5. I could see a world where the Clippers are really good and they're like a 50-plus win team. And Minnesota was also at 44.5.
I
think
the Minnesota man.
is a team that Anthony Edwards is now looking like he's hitting stardom. And they could be a 55-win team in the West.
Shit.
55? That's
Man.
kind of that's like
54,
number
That's
2.
like 1 seed, 2
That's
seed.
like
I don't
one
see
seed,
the
2
50.
seed.
They have so much to show me because this man literally was saying he don't have his superpowers when them 2 dudes was playing. Don't do him. I had the Pistons. Detroit Pistons, man. I think they had them at like 28 games. I think the Pistons can get way more than 28.
Your LA Lakers, 47.5. I think they could be a 50-plus win team.
Yeah,
It's just about staying healthy. Second-year player that would take the biggest jump.
I had Shaden Sharp and Jeremy Sohan.
I had Shaden, I had Jabari Smith Jr., and I also had that was just it.
I had Jalen Duran.
I had Jaden Ivey. So we
Yes,
all
that's-
across the board on this. So we all have some dudes. Under the radar players that you are buying stock in, and I put 3. Everybody provides
I put
3.
3.
I put 3. I got a rookie on here.
Okay.
Jaime Jaquez. Since I watched him at Summer League, I've been a firm believer. He's making an impact right out the gate.
Christian Braun was a guy for me. Jaden Hardy and Jordan Hawkins with the Magic. I think Jordan Hawkins could really come in there and light that thing up.
Jordan Hawkins played for the Pelicans.
Pelicans. Oh, my God. My bad.
I also had,
I was thinking of Josh Howard.
John Collins.
Jet Howard.
Jet
plays
Howard.
for the-
Jet Howard.
Josh Howard
He is
played for the
fucking himself
Mavericks.
I put John Collins in a new situation. Jalen Green.
I've said it all offseason. Nikhil Alexander Walker. Buying stock in Nikhil Alexander Walker heavily.
Oh, yeah.
Still not going to be Shea, obviously. But the next guy was Peyton Watson.
Okay.
Only based off secondhand stories, everybody that has played a pickup run with Peyton Watson say that he is one of them ones. He just need the opportunity. I still got love for Landry Shamet.
Okay.
He's going to get
That's-
traded again this season.
That just got a lot of silence right there.
Corey Kispert.
Yes.
Bye. Christian Braun. Bye. Javon Carter. Probably should do something that's like other than Vic.
Sure.
Because I'm sure we all have Vic. I mean, other than Wemby, who was your rookie of the year.
Chet was my next guy in line after Wemby. We've seen it time and time after again, like missing that first real rookie year and then coming back that next year, you just get all the benefits.
I got Scoot Henderson will be my rookie of the year.
Yeah, not surprised.
Who you got, KB? Talk
I
to
got
us.
Chet. This is a boring award, man.
It is.
It's really Wemby, Chet, and then Scoop. You know?
Yeah. Defensive player of the year.
That's fine.
Who y'all got?
I'll start it off. I picked Anthony Davis as my guy.
This is the 5th consecutive year.
No, it's not me. It's not me to always pick him.
My
But,
DPOY, the same guy I've had for the last 3 years. Bam has got to get one.
Bam was my number 1 guy.
He's got to get one.
Anywhere else. But my defensive player of the year is Evan Mobley. A guy who was second last year.
Let's get most improved player.
It's Jordan Poole.
Right.
I think Jordan Poole got the ultimate green light. He's going to annoy the hell out of Denny all year.
Yep.
I think that dude's going to score a lot of buckets. I have Desmond Bane on my list.
Okay.
And then I have my guy who's nowhere in that conversation. But I think that's a real thing. I had like Tyrese Maxey as another guy who's around 20 points.
It's a really
Can he
good
get to
one.
All-Star
Man,
level?
class for Maxey.
Another guy I think is sneaking in for the MIP awards, Jonathan Kuminga. He averaged 9 points a game last year.
My pick for MIP is Franz Wagner.
Man of the year.
Which one,
Sixth
y'all?
man of the year.
Sixth man?
Let's get it done.
Malik Monk. I think this is Malik
I have
Monk's
Malik
year
Monk on
to
mine,
win it, man.
too.
That I picked the homer pick here. Ironically, I did pick Rui Hachimura too. Coming off the bench. Listen though, y'all have to listen.
He was.
Chris Paul is about to replicate that type of stuff. He will be the most impactful bench player.
I think-
Not the defensive impact.
Yeah, I think Iguodala was way more.
I'm not saying he's going to be Iguodala, but compared to the field, as of right now, he will be more impactful on the court.
You
than
hoping so?
Yes.
Yeah, you hoping
Let's
so.
get to the
I
big
like
one
that.
though.
Yes.
The MVP of the league. Crowd, do y'all have a pick for MVP this year?
You couldn't have predicted that?
You know what's so funny about that?
Yeah.
He's my MVP.
He's my MVP.
My
too.
MVP.
He was not my MVP, by the way.
Who your MVP?
Jason Tatum.
Okay. I'm not mad at it.